All right, I'm here in New York. I'm at Hyunah Coffee Club, and this is Hafiz. And we are going to do a little bit of a tour of the place and talk about your coffee club concept, because this is really, really cool. We were here a bit earlier today just hanging out, brewing, and kind of enjoying the experience here. And I really wanted to highlight something like this because honestly today, like, creating gathering spaces for coffee enthusiasts and coffee nerds, it's actually really hard. You know, people at home, they want to stay inside, they have the nice gear, and they want to brew coffee at home. But this is a place that we were hanging out here. You know, it's a place that if you're a coffee nerd, you have all the gear, you have all the coffee, you can come to this too. And I think this is just a great representation of what it's now to be a really fantastic coffee enthusiast. Like, if you want to be an enthusiast, this is it. You know, you want to do an intro of yourself and
absolutely.
how this?
And I think you hit the nail right on the head in terms of people are really comfortable making coffees at home, because a big part of the inspiration here is that the best coffees today are being made in homes by home enthusiasts, by people who are really into what they're doing, the nerds or the geeks or whatever you want to call them. But it was clear that the best coffees were being made at homes. And you know, you mentioned what I like to call third spaces, or it's been coined as third spaces, and the ability to kind of have a space outside of home or outside of work. And you know, you're from the Bay Area, but in New York in particular, there's no space in people's homes. So to be able to have 6 grinders is like unheard of, or even 2 different espresso machines. And the idea was for people to come and have a place where they can experiment, brew coffee, have fun, meet other people, try really high-end equipment that they may not be able to have in their home, or maybe thinking about buying, and try it before they actually pull the trigger on it. And then, of course, all of the new exciting things that are happening in coffee, whether it be like all the different water recipes, or whether it be flow profiling, the latest and greatest grinders.
I mean, there's so much stuff here. I think we can do a little bit of a tour of what you have, and all of this is updated on your website too, right?
Absolutely.
Everything's there.
As best we can.
But this is, you know, it'll give you guys an idea of what it's like if you come here and, you know, you sign up for the membership and all of that. But yeah, why don't we take a tour of the space?
Absolutely. So we have, this is the Clubhouse, and one piece that I forgot to mention is that we have coffees from all over the world, roasters that we consider the top in the world, all the way from the Substance and Datura and Paris, Aviary, Hydrangea, Duck, you name it. Everything is available by the gram, so that you can come here, you can bring your own coffee, you can buy coffee by the gram, try it, dial it in, see if you like it, leave, buy the bag. The notion is that you can kind of do it how you want.
Lots of amazing coffee here. Like, this is such a lineup. I mean, we have so much from Datura, Substance, Aviary, Hydrangea. Like, it's just a really wonderful global representation of roasters here.
And you can see all these little gold clips mean that the boxes or bags have been opened. So like I was saying, everything's available by the gram. You can come here, take 10 grams, do a quick pour over, see if you like it. And then, of course, here's all the equipment.
Wow.
Trying to put together what is a good representation of hard-to-get equipment versus equipment that people want to try before they actually buy it, like I was saying. You know, followed a lot of your advice in terms of what the best equipment is, what the best drippers are, what the assortment of filters should be. So we have 2 espresso machines. Decent needs no introduction. Love the size and profile of it. This is the DE1. We have the kit for 49 millimeters, as well as a couple different of the I don't know what they're called, when you can go back and forth between...
Yeah, the conversions, step down, step up, yeah.
All the good stuff. And then we have a Gajuino,
yes,
which has been modded with the S-Works 49 millimeter.
Yeah, I mean, I really like that you have, like, the niche of the niche, right? Like, people really going through and, you know, playing around with the different basket sizes, portafilter types, so on and so forth. And this really just lets you play, right, and experiment, because a lot of this coffee stuff, like, you know, you can read about it online, you can of course watch the videos and hear about what people are saying, but to be able to come to a space and actually play with it and taste it and try it, that's the amazing thing.
Absolutely. And sometimes, you know, for example, with the brew water, for example, we have Apex, we have Lotus, we have Empirical, and what I really enjoy is when you get to see members come and do side-by-sides to see what is really like the hype about, or what should I be brewing at home. And I think this is a space where you can do that kind of thing, where you can experiment and have more of the lab before you lock into it at home.
Yeah, and that's the fun thing. It's like, again, like you have to be able to taste it and experience it, smell and try it and do everything yourself. And that really kind of makes you appreciate like some of the products and some of the things that people are doing in coffee. And I really like this setup because you have multiple stations.
Exactly.
Right?
There's 4 different stations, more or less espresso side, pour over side. 2 espresso machines. You got the Lagome P100, a Kaya Orbit, Timemore 078, Weber EG1, Weber HG1, and a Zerno Z1. And gives you the ability to kind of try everything and decide what you like: big burr, small burr, flat burr, conical.
Yeah. And the nice thing too is you can bring your own stuff here too to experiment, right? So like say you wanted to figure out, do I want to upgrade to one of these, or I want to try the same coffee that I have at home on different waters and all of that. It's just really nice to have a space here. And also one thing is this is because it's not your home and it's a separate space. I think it's just so much more fun. Like a lot of us do have this same exact equipment at home. But it's just a lot more fun when you can add a social part of it, right? Right
Absolutely.
now it's quiet, not that many people are here. But when there are a lot of people in here, it's so much fun to brew coffee and share it with everybody, and then be like, oh, wow, let's try this versus this. And I just think like you've thought of so many little details that even people like me and these crazy hyper nerds can appreciate. Like, oh, you thought about the doing the water, you thought about all these very small things, and that's something that you can really appreciate if you're deeper in the hobby.
The appreciation is mine because it's so flattering to hear that, and you know what you like, or what you want to put together for yourself, but it's a little bit intimidating putting it together for enthusiasts or geeks or nerds of all people, because they're the most informed, and they're the ones who are the most well-read on everything. So it's, like I said, it's very flattering to hear that, and I think the idea too is that, like you were saying, a lot of our members have this equipment at home. We have a member that has a Decent and a Z1 at home in his setup, and he's still a member here because, like you said, he wants the sense of community. He wants the sense of trying different coffees and comparing and contrasting them with people whose opinion he respects and admires. And I think that's a really big factor here.
Yeah, and this is just it's a lot of fun to be able to share things that you're discovering at home, or like things, new recipes and all of that you're trying here. And it is finally, I'm finally seeing people like you trying to do this stuff. Like, how do we get the nerds to come out, right? How do we get people who famously just want to stay at home and brew, right, to come out? And you need to do stuff like this, right? Because this level of is hopefully good enough for many of you guys.
A lot of us are introverts, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of us are, we know what we like, and we get obsessed with replicating it. But I think this kind of encourages a little bit more experimentation and trying new things. And like you were saying, people think they want to upgrade to something, or that they want to try a new water recipe, and they maybe wouldn't do it when there's a big barrier to entry. But when you're a part of the Clubhouse, it's just like, come try it, see if you like it.
Mm-hmm.
Go from there, yeah.
Yeah, but it's just awesome to be able to have another space for enthusiasts, and come out here. If you're in New York, like check it out. Check out the website. I'll put it up somewhere here, Instagram, and all of that. But yeah, this is just an amazing place to come to and brew coffee. You do events and a bunch of all of that as well. So be on the lookout on his Instagram.
Hopefully, we're going to do something with you soon.
Oh yeah, I'd love to do an event here. So be on the lookout for that. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for spending the time to watch this video, and thank you so much for having me over and showing off the space. Really would love it if you guys check it out and come to some events or sign up for the membership. If you're in New York, it's even better. But yeah, that's all.
A couple of weeks ago, we launched a digital supporters club membership, so that people that don't live in New York can still order by the gram, be a part of our community, kind of join the team. And I think that's been a really interesting success story at the small scale of putting together a community that can hopefully resonate past New York, because obviously it's a small community, but it's a global community.
Yeah. So if you want some of these coffees and you're on the East Coast and you want the shipping to be fast, check out the website and pick up those beans there. But yeah, otherwise, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
And I really appreciate
Thank you.
it. See you guys later.
Peace.